Hey guys, what's going on? It's Anthony, and I have another Tesla video for you guys. Today, I'm going to be showing you the screen and all of these settings, the best settings to have for your car. And I'm going to show you how this screen works because literally everything you do inside of the Tesla Model 3 or Model Y or any Tesla is done on this screen right here. So I'm going to show you guys how it works. So let's just jump right into it. As you can see on the left, you have the picture of your Tesla. It'll match the color of your car. I have a white Model 3, and you will see three options here, actually four options here. You will be able to open the front trunk. They call it the Frunk. There is the way to lock the car by tapping on that. Once you lock the car, you won't be able to open the frunk or trunk anymore. There is the trunk. In the 2021 Model 3 and all of the Model Ys, I'm pretty sure, you are able to hit the trunk open button and the trunk will open up automatically. It's got its own little motor, which is really cool. And then right here, this little charge icon is the charge port door. And then on the right-hand side here, you will see your map. So your GPS where you navigate and all that. You can view this GPS in satellite mode like I am, or in the regular, map mode like this. You also can turn on traffic here. And if you hit this button here, it'll show you all of the superchargers that are nearby. So that's very helpful when you're traveling and on the road. Now let's jump into the first icon here in the lower left. It's the picture of the Tesla. If I tap that, it'll open up the settings. In the settings here, the first option is quick controls, where you can adjust your exterior lighting. I have it on auto. Here you can also make adjustments to your mirror and steering wheel. When you select those, you can make the adjustments using the scroll wheels on the steering wheel. You can also fold your mirrors here, and you'll be able to adjust your brightness here. I have it set to auto so that it automatically adjusts the brightness. Lights are the second option. We have auto headlights, and you can also turn them on, off, or just the running parking lights. And there's also the dome lights. You also have the option here to turn on auto high beam, headlights after exit, and steering wheel lights. The next option here is locks. So the first thing you're going to see under here are your keys. I have my phone key set up with my iPhone 11 Pro. And then I have the two key cards that came with the Tesla here. And any other keys that I want to add, I'm going to go here to this plus button and I can add keys there. If I scroll down, I can see the window lock, so I can lock the windows, the child lock if you have children so that they can't open the door, walk away door lock. That is really convenient when you have the phone key enabled and you walk away from the Tesla. The doors will automatically lock. Unlock on park, so when I put the car in park, the car unlocks automatically. I can toggle that on or off. Car left open notification, so if I have it set to if I leave my doors and windows open, my phone is going to notify me that the doors or windows are open. And I can also exclude that from when I'm home. So if I'm home, it won't send me those notifications if I have that on. The lock confirmation sound and close windows on lock option is there as well. Next option is display. Display is cool. We can put our display in day or night mode. This is what night mode looks like. And this is auto, which I have it set to. So during the day, it's this nice, vibrant, bright screen. At night, it's the dark. Here's brightness again. I have that set to auto. And screen clean mode will basically darken the screen so that while you're wiping it off, you're not accidentally pressing buttons. I've actually never tried it. So if I select it, this is what it looks like. And then it says screen cleaning mode. Clean the touchscreen with a soft cloth designated for monitors and displays. Do not use cleaners, wet wipes, or dry statically charged materials. Hold the exit. So if I hold this, exit 3, 2, 1. Seems like that would put a giant fingerprint on my screen right there, and if we scroll down, you can change the language on your touch screen from English to something else. Voice recognition, same thing, and voice navigation, the same thing for the GPS. You can also put the time in 12-hour or 24-hour energy display. So I have it showing the percentage, but you could also have it show the distance. So up here in the top, it'll show you your range, distance, but I like the percentage better. I have the distance in miles and temperature, Fahrenheit, Tire pressure, you can have it in bar or PSI. The next option on this list is driving. Here are your driving options for I have the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus, but this screen might look different if you have a higher performance model of the Model 3 or Y. But my acceleration modes are chill and standard. Steering mode is set to comfort, and stopping mode is on hold. You could switch this to creep to kind of replicate a gas vehicle and roll kind of the same thing as creep. I'm not really sure of the differences between the two of them. If I hit roll, it says roll when pedals are released, so kind of like a gas car, and creep, slowly move when pedals are released. So I guess creep makes the car move a little bit slower than roll. But I like the hold option, and the regenerative braking in the Tesla Model 3 is really cool. I'm definitely going to make a whole video on that. And then slip start, used to help free vehicles stuck in snow, sand, or mud. So that's really cool. Next option is your autopilot settings, where you can turn on auto steer beta. Definitely would recommend that. Auto steer is when the car is able to steer itself in the lane and maintain the lane without much interaction on the steering wheel. Full self-driving visualization preview. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm guessing that's what it's saying, is it's going to show you what full self-driving would look like in your vehicle so that you can decide whether you want to purchase that or not. So set speed will set the speed of the car to the speed limit, and I have it fixed at 5 miles over. So say the speed limit is 40 miles an hour. If I turn on TAC with auto steer, or just TAC on its own, which is the traffic aware cruise control, then it will set the speed limit to 45 versus 40. If we scroll down here, we have the speed limit warning. And so I have that offset to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. So if the speed limit is 65 and I'm doing 75, the car will go ding, and it'll let me know I'm doing 10 miles over the speed limit and to slow down. The forward collision warning here, I have it set to medium. I believe that was the default, so I kind of just left that. And the lane departure warning I have off, but if you turn on the warning, it'll make sounds to let you know you're leaving the lane. And assist will keep you in the lane unless your turn signal is on. And then these right here are emergency lane departure avoidance, blind spot collision warning chime. This has helped me a few times, especially here in Phoenix, where people drive like maniacs and psychopaths. The automatic emergency braking, so that's really nice. Obstacle aware acceleration. So that's like if you're behind a car and the car leaves the lane and then the lane's open in front of you, the car will then speed up to the actual speed limit versus setting itself to the speed of the car in front of you. And that, I believe, is it for autopilot. So next is navigation. You can set the voice volume up here, or you can totally turn that off by pressing the little volume button. I like the voice on though, personally. That's just me. Automatic navigation. Automatically navigate to home, work, or your next calendar event location when you enter the car. That is really cool. So the car knows your calendar and it will take you to where you're going automatically in the GPS, which is awesome. The trip planner adds stops at superchargers if charging is needed. So say you're driving from Phoenix to San Diego, the car is going to automatically tell you, hey, I only have this much range left. You need to stop at a supercharger at, this area. So that's really cool to have. Online routing generates optimal routes and takes real-time traffic conditions into account while navigating. Reroute if it saves more than 10 minutes. I have that on. I believe that's the default. And then if you scroll down here, you have avoid ferries, avoid tolls, and use HOV lanes. You can toggle any of those on. I have them off. But yeah, that is the navigation settings. Safety and security is next. So allow mobile access. So I have that turned on for my phone key. Power off button is here. Speed limit mode. So I could set the speed limit mode. This might be good if you have a teenager at home and you don't want them doing 100, because it's very easy to do that in this car. This car's acceleration is next level. There's honestly really no car on the road other than maybe some supercars that can accelerate like a Tesla. Even yourself, you may need to limit. You have that option. Now, this is Sentry mode, which is so awesome. Sentry mode is basically a surveillance system for your car. It utilizes all of the cameras on the outside of the car to basically watch what's happening while you're gone. This is an awesome feature. So when you get back in the car, if something happened like grocery cart in the parking lot rolled into your Tesla, you would now see that here and you'd have it recorded. A better example would be if someone keyed your car. You'd have a clear view of what that person looks like. And I use it all the time except for when I'm at home. I have it excluded for home because I'm able to park in the garage, so I feel like I don't really need that. But if you live at an apartment complex or if you're at the grocery store, great option to have. Down here are some more options. Save dash cam clips on honk. So the camera up in the top here, forward facing camera, actually works as a dash camera that films your entire drive from start to finish. So if something happens while you're on the road and you happen to honk the horn, it will save that clip and you will have it for later. So that's really cool. You do need to have a USB flash drive in the car. In the newer Model 3s, it's in the glove box, and it actually came with a 128 gigabyte USB stick for my Tesla. But I know in the past, other Teslas, you had to get your own options. There's plenty of different options out there for that. Park assist chimes, that's really useful. So when you're parking, it'll show you the distance on the screen that you are to certain objects around you. Joe mode, basically enabling Joe mode reduces volume of your car's chimes. The quieter chimes continue to alert the driver effectively and minimize disruption to passengers in rear seats. Example, Joe's kids. So they call it Joe mode. Security alarm, that's just on. It doesn't even look like I can toggle that off for some reason, so that's just on by default. So a pin to drive is much like you use your phone. Before the car can drive, you can have a 4-digit pin set up so that has to be typed in before the car can drive off. And you can even have a glove box pin. So if you store something of value in your glove box and maybe you give the car to a valet, they won't be able to access your glove box unless they have the pin. If we scroll down here, we have the cabin overheat protection. So if the cabin in the parking lot gets over a certain heat, you can have the AC turn on. Data sharing, I'm not sure what that does, so I'm not going to get into that right now. Service is the next one. So you have your owner's manual here, your headlight adjustment, towing, wheel configuration, notifications, camera calibration, and factory reset. You also have wiper service mode. And in the newer update, you also have car wash mode. I'm not sure why I haven't received that yet, but I'm excited to get that option. Car wash mode basically makes sure that your automatic windshield wipers are turned off. It makes sure that your charge port doesn't open. It does a number of things to make sure that when you go through the car wash, nothing bad happens to your car. However, it isn't needed. I've taken my car through a touchless car wash once since I've gotten it, and I just leave it in drive and everything is good. I turn the automatic windshield wipers off, make sure all the windows are up, that type of deal. The next option is the software option. On this menu, you will see the name of your car. So I have the Model 3 Standard Range Plus, Anthony's Tesla, when I named it. You'll see the miles that are on your car. Under that, you'll see your VIN number. You'll also see the autopilot included package premium connectivity. Down here, you will see the software update settings. You have software update preference. I have it set to standard. So that is basically your settings for your Tesla. The last thing before we leave this menu is how to open the glove box. If you haven't already realized it, that setting is right here. If I tap that, my glove box will open. Next menu option here on the bottom is the music icon. If I scroll up here, you will have your music. Spotify is great. I definitely recommend it if you have a Tesla or any car with Spotify functionality, because they have the software built right into the car most of the time, and it's very nice. I had it in my BMW and now on my Tesla. You also have a streaming option, a phone option. So if you want to stream music from, Apple Music, that sort of thing, you have that option as well. You can connect your phone or multiple phones through there. The radio option is, standard car radio. I'm not going to select that because I don't want it to play anything. Karaoke turns this screen into a karaoke screen. So if you and your passengers are driving along and want to break out into song, you have that option too. There's this tune in button. I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm not sure what it is. I haven't ever pressed it. But then you also have your music settings. So you can adjust the bass, the mids, the treble, the balance, so you can adjust where the music's coming from in the car. You also have options here. Immersive sound, I have it on. DJ commentary, I have it turned off. Explicit content, that allows you to listen to dirty music. Allow mobile control, so allowing you to have mobile control with your phone. And then you have your sources, so you can actually remove things from this menu down here. Like if I didn't want that tune in thing there, I could take that out. So we're gonna get out of there. And the last option is any music. So I can search music across Spotify, you know, by songs, albums, artists, podcast stations, that sort of thing. Next option is the cameras. Now, this isn't that exciting because you're just looking at my garage, but believe it or not, unlike most vehicles, while you're driving your Tesla, you are actually able to toggle your cameras on, and you can see both blind spot cameras plus your rear view camera while you're driving. Super cool. And obviously when you put the car into reverse, these cameras both come up. By default, these blind spot cameras are hidden. So to bring those up, you just hit this arrow up and then it'll show you those cameras. Super useful to have on. The next option here is your windshield. So that pops up here under this Tesla area on the left. And when you're in there, you can turn on your windshield wipers to whatever you want. So I can put them on, you know, low, or I can switch them to auto. And if I hit this button, it'll turn them off. This right here is more options. So you have the call option, you know, making phone calls. You also have the calendar option to view your calendar. The camera option is there as well, even though it's already down here. The energy option allows you to see battery information. So if you start a trip, it'll show you that information, like how much battery you're going to have when you get to your destination. And it'll also show you battery consumption. As you can see here, whoa, I was accelerating pretty fast. So that used, you know, some battery there. And you can show average range, instant range, and you can show it by 5 miles, 15 miles, or 30 miles. So that is cool that you can see all your battery information there. You also have charging information here. So it shows you your last supercharging cost. So what it cost me $4.90 to fill up at the last supercharger. Very cool. You can schedule charging. So you can plug in the charger at home and schedule it. You can open the charge port and you can see the battery percentage available in your battery. Next to this is web, so you can actually surf the web in your car. I was looking up this taco shop in Scottsdale, so that's the first thing that comes up. By the way, very great tacos. So there's that. You also have entertainment, so you can actually watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch, and Tesla tutorials. And you also have the arcade where you can play a various amount of games. Very cool. I'm not a big gaming person, but the theater is definitely awesome, especially when you're at a supercharger. Next thing here is the Toybox. Now, this I'm going to make an entire video on, so I'm not going to touch on this too much. This is a really fun way to mess with your passengers or to mess with people even outside the vehicle. You can literally change your horn sound to a number of different things, like fart, posh, toss a coin, old horn, applause, DJ is my favorite one. It's so funny because like you literally press the horn and it comes out from the outside of your car. Like the outside of the car has a speaker on it and it plays it really loud, and it's so funny. But just be careful where you use it. You don't want to piss anyone off. But then there's also the emission, so you can place a whoopee cushion on someone's seat. And yeah, I don't know, it's just this little gimmicky stuff that's so funny. You have the romance tab that allows you to literally have a fire on your screen with sound effects. These two options right here are the same. These two seats right here, that's just your heated seats. And in the middle of the two seats, you'll have your air conditioning and heating option. So if I select this fan here, it brings up the air conditioner. Now you can hear it. And in here, I can literally select on the screen how the air flows. Look at this. This is crazy. I can literally select how the air flows out of these vents. Next to here is your air conditioning modes. So you can have dog mode or camp mode turned on. Dog mode is if you have your dog in the car and you run into the store, it maintains the interior climate for your dog. That is so awesome to have. And camp mode is literally to where you can camp in your Tesla and it'll temperature control the inside of your car. So like this car is almost like a moving tent with AC and heat. Next to this, you can also adjust the actual temperature, so I can drag this however which way I want. In Phoenix, it's very hot, so I keep it in the high 60s usually. And then you have auto mode, and you can schedule to turn it on. These are basically your defrosters or your AC for your front window and back window. Get the condensation off, or if you have frost on the window, to get that off. That's what these two buttons are here for. And then you have your volume for the actual car. That is it. That is basically an entire rundown of this screen and how this screen works. And I'm sure there's more things that I'm going to learn over time, but it's very easy to learn this car. Honestly, like the amount of things that this screen can do and all the entertainment features is so cool. I definitely would recommend, if you haven't tried a Tesla, go and test drive it. It is a fantastic car. And to have all of these features at your fingertips is really something special. Love the way that they set up this screen. And yeah, so for any of you that just got your new Tesla Model 3 or Model Y, I hope this helped. If it did, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That way you're updated when I create new Tesla videos. And also, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That way it'll rank the video higher in the algorithm. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.